My mosaic piece consists of small mirror squares, red squares, and a variety of pink, purple, some yellow and orange. The mirror one is when I look into it, I see myself.
I enjoy experimenting with painting, with oils, with pastel. Charcoal's a bit dirty, but it's still nice, and that's what I started with, charcoal from the fire when I was a young kid, drawing on the footpath and on the rock. My history on my mother's side, the Aboriginal side, and I like it because it gives me peace. It brings out an inner me that I haven't even seen yet. Well, I find things that are coming out that I'm drawing, they're just coming to the mind, and then I'm putting it on paper, and then I look at it and I think, I could do this with that, and I could do that, add this to it. And so it's really bringing out something you didn't know you had in you. And if you look for a book, you wouldn't find it, because it's you, it's yours, you know. And yeah, and it's a good feeling, because when you see the results, you would never have dreamt in your mind, or even thought to look for it, that you could bring such a beautiful thing or a different beautiful thing out of that inner part of you. And to me, some of the things that comes out is really sacred. It's taken me back to an afterlife that I don't think I've been in. But it brings that out, and I think, have I been here before and seen that? Or have I been here before and seen rock painting like that? So a lot of my work is spiritually filled by listening to elders, what I can, what I can't do, and what comes into my own being, into my head, and to my soul. And when I do my paintings, most of my soul goes into it, so it lives. You know, it's a living thing. It's not just slap, slap, slap. It's a living thing. Yeah. Painting is a living thing, isn't it?
Red squares surrounding me. These are what I consider to be my hiccups in life, like the hiccups of being diagnosed with MS, hiccup of having breast cancer.
The first step towards my resurrection was being able to walk again, and that happened at Caulfield Hospital there, and the physiotherapists were just incredible in there, how they gave me the exercises to do every second day, and it took me 2 years to master all the things. Eventually I had a walking stick, and they trained me how to use that. And then balancing as well, to catch balls and throw them back, things like that. And impossible to begin with, because I couldn't balance and pick it up and throw it back. It was good because I got to walk out of the hospital, walk out with a walker. It was amazing, for me anyway. I just found it so exciting. I look back and I get all teared up a bit because of they helped you, and yeah, it was them, it was the ones in there that actually did the hard work to make me walk again. Oh, well, I always loved painting and drawing as a kid, and at school I was encouraged to study art, but she said, no, you've got your own interests with singing. The highest I got was the Melbourne Chorale, singing in the choir with a symphony with the orchestra, and that was exciting to sing in the chorus. And my voice developed really quickly, and I could sing with a quite pronounced and loud operatic voice, but I never liked the sound. I was all the arias I was given to sing. But I look back now and I love the music. The art has given me another form of expression, you know, apart from the music. So, and they really encourage us to express ourselves with art, and they give us a technique that take it to a higher level with the old pastel. I find that a lot easier because I use my fingers instead of a brush. I suppose there's a sense of liberation with the artwork, and because of our artwork, you feel a freedom when you get to express yourself in the right way. That's what the art group has become to me, the freedom that you can achieve through the correct expression of art that you aim to eventuate and achieve.
All of the other ones on the outside, the paler colours, the pale purple, pink, orange, the yellow, and the white that surrounds it, it means that is a surrounding halo of things that are good.
It said in the newsletter, artists wanted, and I thought, I wonder if I'm one of them. That led to everything else. After I realised I was getting better, that I was not only getting better, but I was getting quite good. And I even, at some stage, I started calling myself an artist. That's how natural it was. And somehow or other, I'm not quite sure how, I ended up in a nursing home. And after my initial shock, which everyone gets, I discovered my creative life was flourishing. And they started art classes not long after I was there with other like-minded people. Lines are something I came to, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, and they're fabulous. They can do anything. And with Arthur at your side, he encourages the lines in ways that I can't imagine, but I'm trying. I'm getting there. I'm going to. Well, I started off doing black and white lines, and then I have taken a left-hand turn, and I'm doing little people called chaps. Yes, and chaps are neither male nor female. They could even be alien species, and they can be coloured or black and white. But they're terribly cute and friendly.
The white has become the glue that has stuck things together. The pieces I've picked up and now they're being put together.
I used to think that MS was just for young people, a young disease, and my age, I wouldn't get it. I didn't know much about MS and confusion and amazement. Because I hadn't really come across anybody else with MS, so I didn't know what to expect, what I was going to experience, or by joining the MS Society, I go to water aerobics now, and that enables me to meet other people with MAS and to socialise with them. You find that you're not the only person suffering. There's other people in similar circumstances to you, and you learn how to cope and what to expect and learn how to cope with life. I know now I'm not experiencing anything that other people in the group haven't experienced. I hadn't been anywhere near doing art sort of things till since I left school. That was in the 60s, so yeah, it was a long break. Yeah, I'm amazed how what we're doing. It's really good. I did a picture of a fox. Now I'm doing a picture of a koala, and I like to do landscapes and animals. The artwork teaches you not to achieve. You can't achieve everything all at once. You can't just sort of slap on something and say, here it is. You've got to be patient. You've got to look at the bigger picture and see how it's going to work out, and not to get annoyed with yourself if you make a mistake, because everybody makes mistakes. Accept the fact and ask for assistance if you need it, and to rectify and get on with it. And that's the same with life. You've got to get on with it.
The yellow in my design is the sun up above, and also the brightness in the centre of most of the flowers that I've got.
I had very bad depression and diagnosed as major depression, unresponsive to medication. So I had to go into the Melbourne clinic. I hated it. It was awful. I felt like I was in sort of a jail. And then they said they would go ahead with the ECT treatment, but then it does make you lose your memory. So I was terrified of that, because previous to being diagnosed, I had finished my singing training and had become a singing teacher and was heading to the opera companies to sing. I mean, I was well and truly on that path. So that knocked all that down. And in the end, I ended up having like 17 ECT treatments. the result of that was the fact that I lost my words. I was devastated. I couldn't remember any songs. I couldn't remember a melody. I couldn't remember any lyrics. And for me, that's my essence of my life, is singing. If I don't sing, I'm not whole. And I hadn't tried to sing for like 10 years. I heard this melody playing, and it was actually the barcarolle. And it was just this na 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 na. I thought, I know that, I know it. And I kept singing that bit over and over, and then the rest of it started to come back, and then the words came back, and I couldn't believe that was just the best thing. And like hearing it and just getting more words, and then these all came flooding back. All this music just came back to me, and I could sing it all, and my voice was still there, and I was so excited about it.
Pale pink pink has become into my life in relation to the cancer. The pink is bright. It's come away from the darkness of the red, and now it's up there in the sky.
When I was younger, my mother told them to give me a violin to learn, so I played in little orchestras. Yes, I really liked it, and it gave me a bit of, gave me a lot of appreciation, music appreciation. I really liked it, and I continued it even though through my fragmented life, I still was able to stay with the violin. And the music actually gave me a lot of solace. Well, I didn't come because it was an art group. I came because of the social activity and the confusion that one feels when they're confronted with some sort of a illness like this. And so I came for that support. Little by little, he convinced me to give it a go, which I did, and he helped me to construct a painting. And so, and then when actually one sold, I was flabbergasted and thrilled, you know. Fulfillment in a lot of different places. First of all, when I got diagnosed with the MS, I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And then when I settled down and I talked to different people, and I was able to get my feet back on the ground, I had a goal, right? And I was able to go there. I believe each person is given what they can handle, and I believe I was also given what I was having. That's it. I believe everything it's meant to be, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm happy. I'm happy with my situation, my position. I'm not happy I got MS, but I'm happy with what I have.
Well, the orange to me is a very strong colour because I like terracotta, which is also orange, comes from the earth, and so there is strength in myself, and that is providing strength after the red squares.
It begins at school. When I got diagnosed actually at 25, and they found my first lesion on my MRI, they said to me, "Do you remember the strangest thing that's happened to you?" And it was when I was 14. I remember turning to a friend of mine in class and said to her, "My toes feel like they've been chopped off." That's the only way I could describe it. Luckily, it went dormant for years, and so it gave me a chance to travel. I wouldn't have travelled before otherwise. And the interesting thing is, if you knew then what you know now, would you do the same thing? And you probably would just have this hanging over your head all the time. After not working for a while, I decided to join our wonderful Confident Living program, and and it gave me a chance to get back into art. And you look at life differently, you see it in a different way, and you learn about yourself, and you learn your limitations and how you can overcome them, and barriers that you might have had up before. Then that's when you push yourself. I do a lot of my art with my left hand now. because my right hand's too weak. I can't hold the brushes up and things like that. So my left hand's taken over. So the other side of my brain is switched on. I say challenging, but I've always been adventurous. So, you know, I've welcomed it. You know, it's been hard at times. I think that is worth it to me. If I know I can achieve it, that's my battle and it's my challenge. And, you know, if I can get through it, you know, that's enough for me. Positivity. I want to remain positive. And if I can try and achieve, you know, every challenge I come across, if I can get over it, that's all I can ask of myself.
The pale purple is showing the small colouring of the small African violets that I grow.
My story begins when I first realised something was wrong. Hopping out of the shower, having long hair, and you wrap your towel around your hair, and I felt tingles. I felt pins and needles in my neck. Next time I washed my hair, the same thing happened again and again and again, so I knew something was wrong. Then I started to get pins and needles in my legs and also numbness. And when I went to see my first neurologist, had an MRI, pointed out to me, yes, I do have MS, and cried all the way home to where I parked my car and didn't tell any of my family or friends about my news till I deteriorated and I had to start using a walking stick. I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones. When I told my daughter, she was devastated. And when I told my mum and other family members, of course, they were devastated. And but I just took it in my stride, and I thought, I'm happy with my life. I'm trying to make the most of it, because make the most today, because you don't know what tomorrow's going to be, full stop. Every day is a beautiful day.
Well, I came across African violets many years ago, and I found that they were very delicate. You could actually propagate them. So I ended up with lots and lots of African violets of many colours, going from your pale purple, pale pink, into the deeper pinks as well. But you're never quite sure as to what colour the flower was going to be until it came out and poked its head through the green leaves that are there. And that is, again, they're a very gentle looking plant, and they are very gentle and tender to look after.
Sailing the waters, searching for answers.
You're looking, you're searching for the right place to land.
Sailing, searching, landing. Sailing, searching, landing. I'm not afraid anymore. I found my voice again. Confident and strong, vulnerable and soft. Sailing, searching, landing. Sailing, searching, landing.
Landing here, there's no color or connotations.
Liberation of mind.